Hey, this is Watto. Come on down to Crazy Watto's for crazy deals, eh? I've got the parts for every ship in the galaxy. Why would a chance cube dealing with Jawas when the best prices on Tatooine are right here, eh? I've got the pod racers, I've got the X-Wings, I've got the shiny bikes that go really slow for a very unsatisfying chase scene. I know what you're saying. Watto, how do you keep these prices so low? Well, don't tell the Empire, but if you do, what are they gonna do about it, eh? So come on down and I make you the best deal in the Outer Rim, eh? All sales final, no refunds, no trades, and no Republic credits. So come on down to Crazy Watto's, where the deals are hotter than the sands of Tatooine.
Nomads, and welcome to part 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, our quick review series. I am here today with my good buddies as always, Dave.
They were the only family I knew, and he slaughtered them.
Ooh,
It's very
foreboding.
chilling.
And Brandon.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling?
Both from the
That's a
same
good quote.
section. Nice.
That's a nice one. Yeah, we're here to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 5, series on Disney+. Let's start it off how we always do. Let's just give our first impressions, ratings.
Well,
Brandon.
let's hear yours.
You want to start with
Yeah,
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Well, I think I'm a little more positive on it than I know you are, Brandon. I don't know about you, Dave. I don't know any of your impressions yet, but I think this was my favorite episode so far. Probably the one I've been most positive on up to this point. There's a lot of things I liked. Some things, obviously, still that, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't flawless or anything. But if I had to give it a rating, just based on, this is contained, to the series thus far. I think I gave the first one an 8.5. So since I liked this one more, I'll say a 9 in the context of the Obi-Wan series,
Hold on a second.
I want to make that clear.
As a TV show, in general, just as a form of entertainment, you're giving this episode a 9.
No, this is in comparison to all the other episodes that we've done so far.
What does that mean?
We can't. I'm not comparing this to
Just rate it.
Well, I think you're trying to be too nice. You're being gift worthy.
Listen, the only thing I'm saying is this is at the top so far for all the episodes we've done. That's all you need to know.
Fair enough.
Let's hear it, Brandon. Come on, give it to me.
Yeah.
I think it's a 5, maybe a 6.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It was very predictable to me, and there was things I just would have done differently if I don't know. We'll get into it, but I want to hear Dave.
See, I'm kind of down on it too, I guess. And I was going to say somewhere between a 6 and a 7. But I might give it up to like a 7 because there was a lot of cool lightsaber shit that happened. That was fun.
Right. That's why I might go with
there
a
was some
6.
good
action.
There were some good spots, but everything was very convenient. I don't know. I feel like I mentioned this before with you guys on Discord. Like I'm watching Stranger Things at the same time, and those episodes are long, and they, you get character development, and you get to see people on screen for a while.
It's hard to compare.
You actually get to care about characters on the screen, and these are just so rushed. Everything, nobody says anything that doesn't have to do with the plot moving forward. Like there's no personal feelings. Like I hate the Empire. I hate them too. All right,
There's no moments where they have Boba Fett being goofy on a speeder teaching Tusken Raiders how to ride it. There's none of that. It's just plot.
It does all
plot.
feel
even that-
self-serious, Like there isn't any moments of levity really. Like they don't really work that in. It's always just like Darth Vader's on their tail, here, or the Empire's on their tail. Here they come. We got to figure out how we're gonna get out of this situation.
Everything happens very conveniently after that. We're like, we're going to take Obi-Wan captive, but then nope, we're going to go put him in this room where he's going to escape, and then Vader shows up and he's not here, and then it's just the story. I mean, I like the shots. Like we've said this before, like the
production quality
is
great.
Yeah, the directing on it's fine. It's just the story is just so. I don't know if it's just the pace of it, or
I think it is. That's
I
probably my
actually
biggest
totally
problem
like
with it.
you're trying to squeeze in like sitcom episodes. They're like long sitcom episodes rather than like actual what we want, like storytelling in the universe.
Brandon, I think you said it last episode. Like it feels like this was originally intended to be a movie or something, and they just stretched it out into a series. But they didn't fill in the gaps in between.
Yeah, well, I think that it was supposed to be a longer show. My gut says that they're cutting stuff so fast and like just things are moving so fast that I think this was probably going to be a 10 episode show, and it got, for some reason, that maybe budget, just not have enough time getting people to maybe they have like the schedule where they want things to release in a certain order to tell some story elements maybe, but they cut it down to 6, I think, and it feels like it was supposed to be much bigger.
Yeah, I agree. I think pacing is probably the biggest issue for me. Well, let's get into this episode specifically. I guess we can just kind of go through it, pick on some things, pick out what we liked, didn't like. I liked how it started off. I liked the through line for the whole thing. I don't know how you guys felt about this, but like the flashback with the training session between Obi-Wan and Anakin, and it did show like the parallels between the past and the present.
I like that kind of stuff, especially with one episode doing that. It felt poetic, I think that's what they're trying to go for with that, tied in with the Shakespearean style that Lucas had with the prequels. I liked it, and I think it was probably one of the stronger things that this episode had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. What about you, Dave?
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it was sweet to see it. Anakin looked like a 30-year-old Anakin. You should touch him up a little bit. But,
he was supposed to be like 19 or something.
Yeah.
In that
Why
flashback.
did they go with that age? Why did they go with
cool.
long-haired version of him, at least, where he was a little bit older there? They went with like...
Yeah,
it was
19-year-old.
It was Attack of the Clones era, and
why
Anakin
that
and Obi-Wan.
But why that era? Why did they
that
go with
was
episode
like
3?
when Anakin was he was like a younger Padawan. He's still being trained, still learning the ropes a little bit, and we can see flashes of him being like, wanting to just win. You can see that he's like not following a lot of like the Jedi way. That's kind of the whole thing with Anakin, is that he lets his emotions take over. When you're Jedi, you're not supposed to.
I'm looking for quotes at the beginning, and I see the one that he says is, "Mercy doesn't defeat the enemy, master, which is why you're going to lose." And I'm like, damn, that's some pretty dark shit to be saying. Like, you're supposed to be a Jedi
Right?
And like helping people out and doing the good thing, and like he's talking about
He just wants to win.
no mercy, fucking kill. And like that would raise some red flags immediately if somebody started saying that shit as somebody that wants to be actually he's a Jedi Knight there, so like that's some pretty dark shit to be. And they're training with real lightsabers too. Like somebody slips, somebody's getting arms.
It
cut
might
off,
be
legs cut
on
off.
like safety mode.
Do they have safety? I thought they had. I know they have training.
I'm pretty sure they can.
But
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I don't know. Well, those. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they can like adjust their sabers or whatever. Set them to stun.
Set them to ouchies mode. That was cool. I did like that.
Yeah, I liked how it started off. It made me happy seeing that stuff. But getting into where we see Vader and Reva on their ship. Last episode, Reva put a tracker in Leia's little droid Lola, so they knew exactly where they were going, and they were also able to control the little droid to fuck up their, the door so they couldn't escape.
We haven't really seen that that well. I guess reprogramming droids, like you take its eyes, you make it from blue to red, and it goes from good to evil.
Right. Had the restraining bolt on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know they could reprogram
C-3PO
like that.
had that in like Rise of Skywalker or whatever, when he turned like evil.
Mm.
So I think that's the closest analog that
I
we've
forgot.
seen.
I scrubbed that from my memory. I don't remember that.
So yeah, they track him to this planet where they're all hiding out.
Well, she got a promotion for fucking up last episode. She got promoted
Right,
to Grand Inquisitor for losing Kenobi, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like a
Or
very
so
good
she
job
thinks.
performance. Yeah, I don't know. I think could have been training her up to see when she'll take her swing. So
Right.
it's a good point.
Yep. Yeah, so they whatever. Empire arrives on the planet. And the whole episode is basically Obi-Wan and, Tessa and all the other whatever rebels or whatever you want to call them at this point, trying to figure out how to get everyone out of there and escape before Vader
Just
gets there.
Everybody has
Space
the
hobos.
generic on the run look that we
Rub some
always
dirt on
see.
your face.
It's just like these are civilians in Star Wars, and that's what they always look like. Just shades of greenish brown. Just tons of people in the background, and that's it. I don't know. I just noticed that they just look very. Yeah, you're
Well,
civilians.
you needed a
On the
lot
run.
of people. You needed a
Rebels.
lot of extras to get shot down by the stormtroopers. To make it more
Man, Stormtroopers,
impactful.
They are so bad at shooting. Oh my
Can-
god, this was
alright.
a real bad one.
Oh, yeah.
Can I have a complaint here? I want to
Sure.
make a point here. I think the show is making the Empire look really, really incompetent.
They always
Have
are.
they ever looked competent?
I
Like the original
I
trilogy?
know, but we're trying to fix all these things of the old movies. But how the hell did the Empire take over if they're acting like this? It's how are they not shooting?
What was
Last
Palpatine
episode,
was the
friggin' Obi-Wan Kenobi's walking with a trench coat, doesn't get seen, and they're shooting at him, and nobody hits him. And then this happens. I was just like, Obi-Wan's just standing in front of, he's just standing in front of so many people blocking stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but there's 60 to 100 stormtroopers.
Yeah, it
They
should
don't
be,
all say,
instant.
everybody shoot the Jedi first, because he's the one that's deflecting things back at us. But they just walk clumsily. I don't know. I just give me, I don't know.
It's
I
not
don't know.
real,
just
yeah.
give me.
It's okay.
very
yeah.
They,
Disney-fied.
and then when Tala dies, it's it's just so predictable. It's okay,
That's her name.
is
I don't
it
know why I was calling
Tala?
her Tessa.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was calling
Tala,
her Tessa
okay,
for some
yeah.
reason.
I mean, I thought you knew about another character I didn't know, but Tala is just she gets shot, and I'm like, yeah, somebody has to die eventually, So
They used
she's
the-
gonna go
Right.
down, and go figure, she gets shot.
I thought she was gonna die last episode. I think we even mentioned that. You mentioned that, Brandon.
Yeah.
How did she not? That's that's
It's-
the character they were building up throughout this thing, so you would
Yeah.
have that emotional response when she finally did die, and obviously Obi-Wan had grown attached to her throughout
Right.
these 2-3 episodes.
All I'm
But
saying
again,
no,
it didn't give them enough time for their relationship to develop, so it did fall a little short.
Yeah.
I actually like that
emotionally.
actress, and it was a bummer that she got
liked her
killed
character.
off. I
Yeah.
kill off other characters, but why her? She actually can act. She's actually pretty good. But
Yeah,
all I was
Kumail.
trying to say though is just that this is 10 years. This is halfway between episode 3 and episode 4. Somehow the Empire just took over like crazy. But
Right.
how? I'm looking at them. They are complete morons, and they can't hear for shit. When
It's
when Obi-Wan and Reva are it's cool. It's a cool idea. I'm not against this idea, but it's
No, I agree.
he's not coming here. I'm bringing him to you. It's just they can.
Well, that's one
hear.
thing I was thinking when
They're
they're
right
when
next
they
to
were
you.
talking through the
suck
door,
at their job.
the stormtroopers were literally right next to her. I'm like, aren't they overhearing this shit? Can't they just calm Lord Vader and be like, hey, Reva's trying to double cross you over here?
I don't know. Yeah.
How long are
it's
they
just-
standing outside? All she had to do was just get angry. She just stuck her lightsaber through the door and just popped it open. I mean, they
Right.
probably weakened it with the blast, but
Dude, I don't know why everybody's so good with their powers. Because when you go to see episode 4, it's gonna make it look so tame. Vader force chokes somebody. I think that's it, and then he busts out a lightsaber to fight Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Mhm.
and Obi-Wan Kenobi does the mind trick. But this movie, they're cutting through doors and then blasting it open, and so much force between the two of them.
I like it. I don't know. I'm.
But I'm just saying,
good
no,
with
I'm not
that.
saying I don't like it. It's just that then you go into episode 4 and where is all this power? It's gone.
Yeah.
In
Well,
10 years, Vader
Nobody-
just got
nobody knows how to
wittier.
use it. I mean,
I
I
think
don't know what
Vader-
happens to the Inquisitor.
I think Vader's probably out of
Probably all
practice
dead.
by episode 4 because he hasn't had to use his powers at all. After all the Jedi are gone. Who's he using his powers on? He's using his powers to force choke some
apparently
officers he doesn't agree with.
But his
That's about
powers,
it.
he stopped the ship. He grabbed the ship and pulled it down.
Vader's in his prime here. I don't know.
And he does
none of that bothered me. I thought it was awesome.
Like kind of dance like thing where he's just using his hand like he's like an
thought
Italian
that
guy
was
like setting a
great.
table up at our Italian restaurant. It's like,
Dude, he was
I was like, what is
stopping her
this?
swings with the Force. Like,
no,
boom.
it's a cool
I loved
idea
it.
on paper, but I
was
thought
cool.
it looked horrible. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but I just don't
That's fine.
understand
We can
how
jump
the
all over the
Empire
place.
got to be powerful, and I don't understand where these powers went in Episode 4. It's just, to me, I'm for new stuff, but the lore is just all over the place right now, and it makes me. I don't know. I just think they don't.
For some reason, I'm not bogged down by that at all.
You have to,
I gotta
you have to
be
show
more
the gap
open-minded,
between 3 and 4, because it's what, like a 15-year gap. 16. I forget. Luke's like what, 16 and.
I think
Yeah,
it's
he's
only
like 18.
10 years or something.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like 10 years from Obi-Wan Kenobi to Episode 4.
Like he
That's
is,
what I'm saying.
like,
this is the halfway point between 3 and 4.
Mhm.
I did not
Yeah.
expect the Force Unleashed moment to happen. Like, that's pretty nasty. Like, and where does that go?
Well, I'm just going back
to.
to like, I don't know, the Vader comics and stuff and how powerful Vader was in his prime,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, this is technically whatever. 10 years
This
after
is-
that, I don't know, you know. I didn't have a problem with any of that. I thought it was cool. Like, I thought all that stuff was cool. Like, that's
cool.
a lot of the
Cool.
stuff that I liked.
There's a lot of cool things that I've watched. It doesn't mean that in 5 years I'm going to like them. Like, there are things that I've watched.
Sure.
Like, that was cool. You know, like a stupid comedy is cool. Yeah, it's cool,
Well-
but then like I'm done. You know, like
Well,
I don't want
this is
this
the
to
one-
be just all.
This is the
style.
episode that had the most cool shit. So I was like, okay, I'm here for it. But all the, you know, I liked the babyface reveal of Reva. You know, I don't know. I thought that was fine.
Yeah, it's very predictable,
you
but
could
I
see
do like it.
It's
I think-
predictable, but I liked
think
it.
they did her wrong in this episode. I think.
Well, you know, she's not dead.
No, but I'm saying that like
silly.
she gave her true motive, like of why she's doing all this.
Well, and then
And
like
then-
5 minutes later,
And then,
she's
then
cut
she makes
down.
the move, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just.
She could have waited. Like, yeah.
I was
that-
just bummed out, and then like then the Vader doing his hand push thing with the fight. I was just like, this is kind of cool, but kind of weird.
He was
Oh,
mimicking.
give me another
Yeah.
episode.
It was like the
That's-
master to apprentice like thing that Kenobi was doing with him when
Yeah.
you know he lost his lightsaber in that combat. It's kind of like there was a parallel there that was running. I didn't see it too flourishy. I thought it was kind of nasty the way he was just kind of chucking around and you know.
I thought I liked it. I was a
But-
fan of it.
Yeah, because you know, obviously the turn was. I didn't expect the turn to come that quick either. Like, it was
No.
a couple minutes.
5 minutes after she told Kenobi, like, you know, she was a Jedi and she survived Order 66,
Why
and
is
she's trying to get her revenge on Vader. She
She's
turns
just
around.
spilling her guts. All of a sudden.
That's the moment she decides, like, okay, well, I guess Obi-Wan sort of convinced her to do it. You know, I mean, she had already been planning to do it, but I guess Obi-Wan kind of pushed her over the edge to like do it now. You know, but I don't know. I agree. It should have maybe happened in the finale, and like maybe a bigger spectacle. Because you're right. I mean, the whole fight between Reva and Vader with the Force pushing and everything was like a minute long, and then she gets stabbed, and then that's it.
I like that he was
Oh.
toying with her, broke it in half, gave her another shot, just to
Mhm.
take it back from her, and then stab her. But
And we knew
That was
since
good.
whatever. Going back to knowing that the Grand Inquisitor didn't actually die, that reveal was coming at some point, so it wasn't like shocking, like, oh, he's back, you know.
yeah,
Like, so I don't know. I liked the idea of Vader and the Grand Inquisitor. Obviously, they were plotting. They were just waiting for the moment where Reva would do this, because the Grand Inquisitor was alive, went back to Vader, told him that Reva stabbed me, tried to kill me. So like this whole time, they were waiting in the background for Reva to make her move.
why?
Why? What?
Why did they do this?
I don't know. I don't know why they were
bored?
waiting for her. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to see like what her plan was.
Well, I mean,
you know.
she isn't she's a useful tool.
And
They
they
just
were
keep
also
her
they were
around
also
long enough
using
until-
her to track
Yeah.
to track Obi-Wan.
Until
She
she
was
lives
still
out of
doing
usefulness.
stuff for them. She was still doing shit for them.
But okay, so they
Emperor's got to be like, that's pretty risky,
Until
man.
her
That's pretty
usefulness
risky."
which
was used
should
up.
her usefulness should be done now because she, obviously made her true intentions known.
Well, they left her for dead, and then
Why didn't they just kill her?
Yeah, like he's killed
her?
everybody else. Like
I don't
Vader
know.
would, if he's that.
I don't know
angry,
why.
should
Yeah,
just
I don't
kill
know
her.
why he didn't finish the job.
So he pulls that one
That was
ship
super
down,
silly.
and then the one that's like 20 feet behind it takes off, and he lets that go.
I was a little confused by that.
I don't understand Vader's-
There was one taken off, and that was supposed to be a decoy, I guess.
Yes.
And then the real one took off.
Yes.
Okay. It was weird how they shot it because Vader pulls it down. Whatever, the ship is
it's
destroyed.
weird, yeah.
He starts ripping the fucking ship apart. I thought that looked cool.
Great. Why
And
doesn't he
then-
do that in Rogue One when they're like
Oh
handing
my
out the
God.
plans and he just stands there and watches the door slow,
Dude.
like just rip the door open. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. It's cool, dude. But like every time I see that shit, it makes it weird when I see him in other ones.
What would you rather have him
rip
do?
the
Just
ship
stand there
apart
and
when you're hanging out with Leia
let
in
it
episode
fly
4.
away?
Where are the plans? He's just ripping doors apart and
Well,
like
if
why
they-
doesn't he do that?
If they followed every single rule of
He
the
didn't know how to
original
do that
trilogy, Vader would do nothing. Vader didn't do shit in the original trilogy.
I don't know.
I like this version of Vader where he's badass and powerful.
I think
Like, I
Rogue
wanna
One did
see
it
that.
better because they did a really cool scene, but he moved the way he did in 4, 5, and 6, and like
No,
that's
he did that in Rogue One with the at the
Yeah.
lightsaber scene, dude. He
I
was
did.
he was no,
No, he was just pulling people and slapping around.
Vader in
and he was stiff.
episode 4 was like a freaking robot with his lightsaber. No,
I
you're
don't know.
crazy.
I think
Here's-
whatever. Now he can just
You
like
have to show
pull
the
ships
decline
out of the
though,
sky.
and he's still on the way up. So at some point,
Yeah.
like
Well,
There-
we don't know.
I mean,
there
there's-
could be something in the finale where Obi-Wan, like, I don't know, fucks him up somehow.
breaks
That
his
could be your
robot arm, like,
explanation.
he's pretty
That's
fucked up
fine.
already.
I'll take that. I would take that. Please do. Something
I hope
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, I hope
You know?
something like that happens. Yeah, for sure.
I-
Well,
What everyone
what
think
else?
about fucking Bail Organa's voicemail of like idiocracy? Like Bail
That
Organa
was
sends
weird.
a voicemail that literally is just like, I have no reason to contact you, and you told me
Okay,
not to contact
let me
you,
get this
but
straight.
here's the entire plot that we're trying to hide, and nothing else. That's it. Talk to you later.
Let me get this straight.
Bye.
I'm trying to think what happened at the end. Obi-Wan gives his communicator to
Yeah,
someone
why would-
else,
He
right?
gives it to the Kumail.
Comedian, the comic
And then
relief.
he
Yeah.
drops it and it gets broken and then he just leaves it there. He just
Yes.
because they're trying to escape. Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that
that's
was
what I'm
pretty
saying. Everything looks
convenient.
good.
Because they made it a point to be
Just-
like, oh, he dropped the communicator, so you know that was coming later.
Totally.
You
for
gotta
some
leave
sort
a
of-
reason to, leave a little Easter egg behind.
There's a
It's,
little trail.
So convenient though. Like,
So
on the
how is
trail.
and of course she's met
Well,
Owen. She met
right.
Owen in episode 1, and the
All
whole
she heard-
planet,
all
whole
she
planet
heard
of
was-
Tatooine.
all she heard was
she went to the
Owen,
same town and
Tatooine,
meets
yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like it's one planet is like a small neighborhood, and it's just everybody knows everybody. It's just like, all right, we're going Endor. We're gonna meet Wicket. We're gonna go to the same place. Like there's no other places on
it
Tatooine.
makes the Star Wars universe feel small for sure.
Give
you know?
me like if Tatooine can't just be all dirt desert. It can't be. It has to have mountain. It has to have some form of ecosystem. I know it's like it's an alien planet and blah blah blah, but like I'm just
Right.
saying, if they're walking around with gravity and light and all these things that we all relate to, give me some bodies of water in Tatooine. It would be a funny scene too. So it's like,
Well, there used to be. There used
but
to
I'm
be.
saying
and it
that like
dried all
showing
up.
on the other side of the planet of like I
think
don't
it's
know,
just a
like-
desert planet. That's just it. Like Jakku.
no, on the other side of
That's-
the planet they have to have
that's
some
the
kind of
biome.
tropical. ecosystem
Well, the
of
Star
some
Wars
sort.
planet,
Oh, I
Star
know.
Wars planets are simplified. Like it's one biome throughout
Biomes,
the whole
right?
planet.
like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's like this planet is the desert planet. This planet is the water planet. This planet is the forest planet.
It's
That's just the way it is.
It's just so. It sounds like Nintendo trying to write a story.
Well, now you're trying to complain about
that's all
stuff
Star
that was. This was all established in the original
I know.
original movie.
I
So,
gotta
whatever.
relax. It's all for fun and it's fantastical and all that stuff. And here I am out of nowhere, challenging the whole franchise.
Tatooine sucks.
Let me
It would be
let
nice
me
if they
say.
had another planet though. Like, we didn't stay on that cyberpunk planet for long. Like that would have been
No,
cool.
I liked that. I liked seeing the variety in the beginning. I was hoping that they would go to more planets, but we've mostly just seen. Yeah, we've seen Tatooine. We saw that cyberpunk planet. We saw.
This-
And then we've seen a couple
this
bases,
planet was just
and the
a base,
Inquisitor,
yeah.
the Inquisitor base, yeah, and that's about it.
I want to say some
Inquisitor
positive.
base is badass.
Yeah.
I want to say when Reva shows up with the stormtroopers. I thought that was shot really cool. Like, I like the idea of her, like, she just looks cool, and she's like just standing there with the lightsaber, and people are running by her, like all the stormtroopers. And like in the cave kind of area. I thought it looked cool. Like, that looks like a badass scene about to happen. It gave me Game of Thrones chills a little bit. Like, oh, when other forces meet and they're gonna have a big battle.
No, some shit's about to go down.
But then they like chat at the door, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like, all right, I see where this is going. Then for the rest of the episode, it kind of annoyed me. But like that moment there, I thought that was really cool. Like, I finally felt suspense. Like, what is Obi gonna do to save these people?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gonna have to sacrifice himself, or he's give himself up, which he did. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I like that scene.
How did you feel about Leia kind of she kind of took a back seat in this episode because she was busy pretty much just fixing the door thing the whole time in the vent. Like, they didn't really check back in with her that much. And she didn't really have a whole lot.
Good, but like
she
plot
saved the
development.
day. She was like the droid of the episode in Star Wars.
That's true.
So like,
yeah,
I fixed the hyperdrive.
She was just working on the door the whole time.
Somehow. She comes down the ladder and she's like hugs Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then she goes like, "Where's Tala?" Like instantly. Like, oh, that's right. We gotta go. We gotta hurry up.
Listen,
you know, it's a show.
There was like 2 minutes left in the episode. They had to,
she doesn't come down and say, "I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm thirsty." Just instantly, I gotta.
It was only it was less than 40 minutes. Like, if you take out the length of the credits, yeah.
Double the length of the episode and make me care about things. Like, you don't have to rush.
Doesn't give enough time to breathe.
I did think it was kind of sad when that droid was getting shot up. It was slow mo.
That
always gets me when things slow mo and.
I did like how he's protecting Tala and
But I didn't know that her and the robot her and the droid had a connection.
They just mention it in the.
But
what is it?
Show us a
3,
couple scenes.
She's
just like, oh,
the only time that they had that connection was when it was in the episode 3 where it was like, oh, this is Ned B, and then he at the end he picks up Obi-Wan and carries him away after he got messed up by Vader. And that was it. Really.
Right. Give me a moment where her and the droid have a bond,
right?
So that way I can see them both.
I mean, this is the kind of thing we're talking about. Like, it just doesn't give us enough time to get us emotionally invested in these new characters. You know,
she did use the unwritten rule of Star Wars, though. If you ever need to shut a door, you just shoot the control panel. Like that's just like a standard
joke at this point. It's they know what they're doing there.
No slow motion, reach out and door close.
Thermal detonator.
Detonator's a nice touch. So should have been like.
She sacrificed herself.
Tossed that a while ago. Throw that out the door when they're coming in.
Right.
I don't know. It's all over the place.
And then the comedian guy showing up. Like, why is he there? He's just like,
Haja.
Hey, what's up? Oh yeah. Like, why didn't you get killed? You know? And, all right, I guess she didn't kill you and you're just here. And he says like some kind of, I'm gonna business opportunity thing, and he just walks away. And
I don't know why.
Why is he here?
Back, other than to fuck up carrying Obi-Wan's communicator and breaking it.
They had to give it to somebody else.
He had
to give it to somebody else, I guess.
Right. I don't know.
Convenient.
Well, is there anything else? I mean, we've already been talking for 30 minutes.
Is it?
It flew by. Yeah.
I didn't even notice. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's just happening so fast that it's like little sitcom episodes. It's not the real. I don't know. We're used to movies. I guess Mandalorian does it, but Mandalorians are quick. Mandalorians only focus on him, like Brandon was saying, he's the only person on camera all the time. So I don't know if that makes him feel longer or those are a little more bite-sized, but this they have so much history to cram in there, and there's so much big interweaving stories because now we're gonna have Reva's gonna turn good, and she's probably gonna be in some other future episodes. She's set up to be a main character for stuff going forward. So
I feel like she's probably gonna just.
You think she's gonna bite it?
Die in the finale?
She's definitely making it through this. For sure.
What would they? I guess whatever. Disney can do anything.
Who knows?
Bring back characters from the dead. I mean, they can do
stab them,
I guess
2 Sith just stab her and leave her there, knowing that she's going to try and come back and kill him, but no reason. We're just gonna. Yeah, you can do your thing. So I don't know.
Do we have
mixed
any predictions for the finale? I feel like it's predictable, but I guess any what do we think is going to happen? How do we think it's going to wrap up?
The
Emperor.
Just I don't know. I don't know if they specified.
No,
I know they were just trying to get off
Get
the
away.
planet. Mm-hmm.
Hurry up
I don't
and get
know.
away.
I don't remember. You think Qui-Gon's gonna make an appearance?
I think.
I mean, he has been trying.
I think a big name character is going to make some form of appearance. Yoda,
Something.
somebody,
No.
somebody's going to make an appearance just because they can, and they should. Like, this is going to sound weird, but it's unfortunate that they've shown so much of Vader that when he shows up, I'm not like, oh damn anymore. I wanted some of that. Like, he shows up and you just hear him breathe in like episode 3,
dude,
and then like maybe like another scene of him in episode 5, but give us teases so that 6 comes and he's like, oh my god, finally Vader.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
He's been in
like,
every
before
episode.
the series even started. I thought like the finale is gonna be Vader and Obi-Wan, going head to head, facing off. But no, they've showed a lot. Which
so it's a shame, but like now I guess like who else do you do? Qui-Gon, I guess, because he was kind of teased in the beginning of the episode, and in episode 3, the movie, they even say like there's a way you can talk to your old master, and so that
and he's been trying to. They've been laying those breadcrumbs, since the beginning of the series. Like
people are talking about Mace Windu somehow. I hope not, and I like the character, but like some characters have to stay dead. And
I would die laughing if Samuel L. Jackson just showed up.
Right, the purple lightsaber just turns on.
What up? Oh my god.
Darth Maul technically is alive. He could make an appearance.
At this point, he is,
Just like I've been hunting you down, and I've been, made my move right when you were busy fighting Reva. Maybe, who knows? And maybe Reva fights off Darth Maul and he kills her, and so he can get away. Who knows? They could do something like that, but it's probably gonna be the Emperor.
Pretty insane. That'd be insane, but
yeah,
I don't think Emperor. I think probably Obi-Wan and Darth are probably gonna fight, and Reva will come in and give him time to escape, and we won't know what happens to her or something like that, and. I mean, we still got to get Leia back home at some point too. Like, we just got to get her away from the rebels, which is weird because like this is like laying her groundwork for being part of the rebellion and stuff like that too, which is pretty cool. So,
yeah,
hopefully the last one's a little longer.
I was gonna say, I hope that they give it a little bit more time. Like, it can't be like a fucking 35-minute episode and be like, yep, that's it. I don't know if didn't you say they already confirmed that they were going to do a season 2 or something? Okay.
I believe so.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what more they could do with it, depending on how they wrap it up, but...
I'd be curious, because I want to know why Favreau and Filoni were on this. Because they were on Mandalorian and I think Boba Fett,
They're probably busy doing Mandalorian.
It's just
because they're doing Mandalorian season 3 and everything. So
they're not even on here in any way. I don't think. Maybe they are in some capacity, but I don't see them listed on as producers.
It seems like Ewan McGregor is the driving force, and then Deborah Chow's the director. So
yeah, interesting.
So it says here that Obi-Wan Kenobi finale episode and Q&A is an hour 33. So.
Okay, so we do get a little longer.
Episodes are a minimum of 30, so it's probably going to be like, I'm guessing 45 to an hour. Probably an hour.
They gotta be at least an hour.
So, yeah, you can fit a lot in, especially if you're watching a show without commercials and it's just straight. Like an hour, you can fit a lot in an hour. So let's not put too much in there, guys.
Well, we're going back to Tatooine, and we're going to probably meet Uncle Owen again. Who's a really good actor who should have been in the show more often. I thought him and Obi-Wan are going to be like the entire show. I thought they were going to be paired up.
Yeah. I can see kind of what's, the writing on the wall. Because, I mean, Reva is going to Tatooine and Luke's going to be there. So I feel like Obi-Wan's going to show up at the last minute to protect them and everything. So
they still have to.
And then Vader's going to show up.
Because Vader has to know that Luke is there, like... for another however many years. So
and I think
how does that
Obi-Wan's gonna the whole promo for Obi-Wan starting was Vader and Obi-Wan on Tatooine, showing that promo images of them in the sands. So they're gonna have their final battle on Tatooine. So I think Obi-Wan's probably gonna be making sure that, leading Vader away from Luke and, fighting him to fend him off or whatever.
Vader has to not find out that Luke is there because he still has no idea in episode 4. So,
right.
I don't know. So either that information has to die with Reva, or she has to become a good guy and go into hiding
I
on-
predict
go
she's
off
gonna die.
somewhere on her own adventures. I don't know.
I think, yeah, I think she's gonna die. If she, yeah, obviously she's not dead yet. I don't know if she's gonna. I don't know. It's weird because like the jump in time, like she got stabbed through the stomach. Like how is she gonna heal up enough to like go fight again?
Back to tank. Come on now.
I guess, but
Back to tanks cure everything, even holes.
who does she
straight
have
through
to
your
help
body.
her out? Who does she have to help her out now?
She
Nope.
is,
Like she burned the bridge with Obi-Wan. She burned the
Right.
bridge with Vader. She's by herself
Qui-Gon
now.
died. He got stabbed. You know
Yeah, that's true. She ain't dying yet though. I wish
why?
Qui-Gon-
So why can? How can she survive this? But she will. Again, I look at the lore that they're doing.
Well-
the things that they do. Like I've seen Jedi's get stabbed.
You think
It's
Maul will get cut in half?
Darth
and
Maul. Yeah, it's the Grand
he can't
Inquisitor had a
even
good
poop and he
line.
lived.
The Grand Inquisitor had a good line that he said, like, you know, it's a wonder.
His species has-
about hate, you know,
His
like
species has
something
two
about
stomachs,
how
so.
hate will let you survive, like the hatred. That's how Darth Maul survived. Like his hatred for Obi-Wan kept him alive.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and like whatever.
And Vader. It's Vader.
it's
Vader's got the
fucking-
same hate, and that's
It's
keeping him-
magic. It's the Force. They can do
Right.
anything. You know. So
True.
yeah.
Qui-Gon's like,
Whatever.
I only
Not
signed
very
up for one movie. I'm supposed to die in this movie.
He was a good.
All right.
He was a good master though, but yeah.
Let's wrap this shit up. I don't know. That was a good discussion. I'm hoping they do something that I'm not expecting in the finale, even though it feels predictable. But I don't know. I still have my hopes up, even though I'll probably be disappointed. but-
Well, you gave it
we'll
a
see.
9. You love it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say you gave it a 9. You're gonna give this next one a 10.
yeah, I'll stick to that. Okay. I hope I can give the next one a 10. All right. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here. As always, you can follow us at Nomads of Fantasy on Twitter and Instagram. You can go to the nomadsoffantasy.com for all your nomad needs. Email us nomadsoffantasy@gmail.com if you want to yell at us and complain that we, you know,
Just yell at me.
that our
It's
opinions
okay.
are
Like to shit
terrible
on
on this
things.
I
show.
don't mean to be like this.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. As always, safe travels, nomads, and may the force be with you.
Routine.